Welcome everybody. I want to talk about leads. No lead left behind. This is a time and a day for us to, because we have so much technology at our fingertips, that there are two things that are going on. Either a overwhelming side effect of too many leads, or an overwhelming side effect of not enough business, or both. And that's what's happening right now. Not enough business, plenty of leads. What are we going to do about that? I'm taking on a very different position on contact management and lead follow-up. I'm getting more refined and more consistent when it comes to my follow-up. Right now, I've gotten rid of Top Producer. Bye-bye, Top Producer. I've eliminated the mail campaign function and merged it into Mojo Selling Solutions. Mojo now has the capability of doing the letters the way I want them. I have over 500 letters inside of Mojo for printing and converted into email format. So that, communication and email and letter is flawless. Now what? We have the final three. There's the email, there's letters, physical letters, email, text, telephone, face-to-face. Remember, those are the five. Now, when I say email, it could also be messages. When I say text, it could also be text messages, messenger. I mean, they kind of cross over each other, but those are the definitive methods of communicating with people. I'll repeat it. By mail, face-to-face, by phone, or digitally through an email or a text. All right. So what are we going to do with these new methods? Text and email. Very, very interesting technology, because over the last couple of weeks, I've been implementing Follow-Up Boss's texting capability. And I've noticed that a lot of my leads who have not been answering at all are picking up the phone, or they're picking up their phone and responding to my text. So I'm going in, I'll dial them. It'll be Mojo will read 15, 20 attempts to call them. And I'm going into Follow-Up Boss and I'm saying, hey, this is James with Century 21. I'm sure you've seen my dozens of calls. I hope I'm not annoying you, but I really just want to know, are you thinking of selling your house? I've got about 10 different templates for varieties of, they're like cut and paste or swipe options that I've created. These 10 little one-liners, two-liner questions that I cut and paste into Follow-Up Boss and send it as a text. And what I'm finding, this is mind-boggling. It's clear that it should have been this way, right? But that people now are using their text and responding. So they're saying, not right now, James. All right, thanks. Let me know if anything changes. And then that's it. Don't be like, oh, I got it. And then you're doing, no. All right, thank you very much. Have a nice day. That's it. Have respect with the text, reach out, they get back to you, that's it. But I'm seeing now that I'm able to do that with only a hand, maybe 2 out of 10. But those 2 out of 10, when we're talking over 100 or 200 times, that I've got hundreds and hundreds of leads that I'm following up on. Sure, some of them are expireds and for sub-owners, so I don't consider them leads, they're just prospects, right? But the leads, the people who have once upon a time said, yes, I'm interested, or maybe, and now they don't answer the phone. That phenomenon where, I don't know, man, do they block my number? Maybe. Do they just not answer? What happens? What happens when that happens? What is the solution? The solution is to text. So I've got the letters going out. I've got the text going out. I've got the email, which is, again, it's more passive, a lot more passive than texting. Texting is there, but you can't expect, you can expect a response. With the email, it's kind of like, did they get it? And Mojo and Follow Boss both have the ability to see if they received it and opened it, which is awesome. Leverage these technologies to maintain and manage your leads. They're there. The tools are there. There are so many out there, but if you could just leverage just a small handful of them. I say now with prospecting for leads and lead generating and follow-up, is no longer just a tickler file with a 3x5 card and a telephone book or a finger dialer and a headset. It is now almost like flying the space shuttle, because you've got so many moving parts. And lead gen and follow-up, is no longer simple. It's easy, but it's not simple. It's extremely complicated because people are starting to become more aware of the efforts that we're making to engage them, and they're becoming more elusive, evasive. But if you find out, if you can access the 4 or 5 pillars of communication with these leads, and you can find the one that works, or try them all, and then one of them pings, one of them hits, you're like, okay, at least I got my update, at least I know what's going on. And do that with sincerity. When you're following up, they say, it's clearly, Mojo will say 30 calls. You're like, wow, these people have clearly got to be ignoring my calls and they're not seeing it, or they're seeing this madman calling them daily, and all they have to do is answer their phone. It's not as if I'm bugging them in the sense that they're picking up the phone and talking to them. They're just ignoring my calls. So I don't know what's worse, them ignoring my calls, or me just redialing and redialing. It's just a strange world we live in, where we attempt to communicate with customers on their preferred platform, and yet we have to continuous and relentlessly pursue engagement through multiple platforms that may or may not be their preferred platform. And what can we do? Well, all we can do is try them all, follow up consistently, aggressively pursue. Don't aggressively annoy. But if we can find it, I've had one recently where they said, James, you've called me so many times. Who is this? Who keeps calling my number? Why are you calling so much? So, I'm so sorry. She goes, you should be leaving a message. Okay, I'll start leaving messages. And that's another one you can do, is start leaving voice messages. Not automated voice messages, real voice messages. Hi, this is Agent with Company, Mr. Jones. We spoke a couple months ago. I knocked at your door. I don't know if you remember me, but we had a conversation about maybe you were thinking of moving to Texas. But if there's still a possibility of that, let me know. Text me, call me, email me, whatever's easiest for you. I just hate to keep bugging you. And I know you're seeing my calls. Please give me a call back. Let me know so I can update my system here, and I don't call you for 2 or 3 months. But if you are ready, let's talk. Something to that effect. But you do that daily and you follow up. You've got to use your drip campaign is multiple sets of dripping faucets now. It's not just one drip campaign of letters. It's evolved to emails. It's evolved to text. Now, obviously, you can't drip by the door. You can, but it's extremely time consuming. But you can drip by email, text, phone, with a voicemail. Are you following what I'm saying? Consistency. None of this technology has changed the fundamentals of those few of us who are willing to just reach out and get it, versus passively creating content or believing this illusion that perhaps if we become YouTube stars or Instagram viral videos, that somehow that will relate to that person at that door calling me and saying, James, I'm 75 years old and I logged onto the internet and I was looking for agents and I found your YouTube video, or I found your Instagram post. I think your dogs are cute. It's just so obscure and random, and the possibility of that is so far out there. And I'll say, if you're only looking to close 1 deal a month, 2 deals a month, you can afford that. If you can afford to play that creative avenue, that passive avenue, if you can afford that, that's fine. I can't afford that. My ambition, my goals, my efforts in this world, my expectations for myself are much higher, which requires much more resources, much more resourcefulness, much more pursuit, active pursuit, not passive and patient, but active pursuit. Don't be disillusioned. Don't believe the lie out there that lets you think that you can get viral, or that you will become liked, or that you will be shared. Yes, past client sphere of influence works, but it's not going to take you to high levels, especially if you're a beginner. It just doesn't work that way. You can only milk your database so much before you have to generate new people and start stuffing that funnel. It's about generating tons of leads, so many leads that you don't know what to do with them. And I know that today's day and age, getting leads is not the problem, it's follow-up, but I beg to differ. It's getting leads and follow-up, because you can get leads, but if they're not good, they're not leads, they're prospects, they're phone numbers. You might as well call the white pages your phone book. You might as well call your Facebook database your CRM manager. It doesn't work like that. You have to find the specific person who may be thinking of selling their house. Find them, uncover every rock, turn over every stone. And the only way to do that is with relentless, active pursuit through prospecting and door knocking. Unless you can patiently sit back and wait, or passively spend a lot of money on sitting back and waiting. You pick. I feel better when I'm out there hunting. I don't feel very good when I'm fishing. And there's a difference between the hunter and the fisherman. The fisherman waits in the boat. The hunter chases the gazelle. I'm a hunter. Which one are you?